Hey guys, so Ty here. I wanted to do a video on different networking ideas. So I'm sorry if I'm all hot and sweaty. I just literally got off of the treadmill trying to get my steps in. So real quick, I'm not going to make a super long video, but basically some of the things that you can do to network is one is blitzing. That's my favorite. Blitzing is definitely way more fun when you do have team members with you, but if you don't, it's fine. You don't have to. I've done both. It's just a lot more challenging and a lot more competitive when you have team members with you. But basically you could take a 7-day, or basically you really could take any type of, you could take the product or any material or anything like that and go out in public. So malls are really good places to go blitzing. Outdoor malls are really good places. Walmart is great. I will tell you, the great thing about Walmart and even Target is that a lot of the employees are just, they're there, they're doing their job, and they would love to be able to take a break from the job that they're doing. And so going to retail stores like a Walmart or a Target is really good. So basically all you would do is you would say, hey, guys, I'm in a challenge. I have to take pictures with 10 people with the product. Will you be one of my 10? And then just be like, hey, and then just put this in their hand. Just put it directly in their hand. And then usually they'll be like, yeah, what is it? And usually it's after the picture. That's been my experience, is that about 9 out of 10 times they'll ask you what it is after you take the picture. And then you just tell them, hey, it's a health and wellness company. I have and then tell them your story. Just be like, yeah, the first week of taking one of these, I lost 6 pounds and 5.5 inches, and I feel great, and I love my energy. I sleep like a baby. You know, just basically just tell them that. And then a lot of the times you'll draw interest. But what I would also do is just say, hey, part of the challenge is that I posted on our Facebook page. Are you on Facebook? 9 out of 10 of them will be on Facebook. If they're not, that's okay too. Still have your information, have your card or whatever. But blitzing is really, really fun. Some other ideas that you can do. Obviously, you guys have a ton of information that you can go onto your social media platforms. Facebook has marketplace and online yard sales and what have you. I love that, but I also really like meeting people. So another thing that you can do to market is going to networking meetings. Google in your area networking meetings, not marketing meetings. Google in your area networking meetings, and then I would also go to your chamber, go to your county chamber, and a lot of the times you will find an event and a calendar page, and you'll find events that they have. Ribbon cuttings, you can go to ribbon cuttings. Ribbon cuttings are actually really, really fun, just because you have a very big, diverse, different types of ribbon cuttings. One of the most fun ribbon cuttings I ever went to was a funeral home and a cremation service, which is weird, but there's a lot of people in that industry, and there's a lot of people that need our products. And so go to one of those, have 7 days. Whenever you do any type of network outside of an online platform, so outside of social media, if you're blitzing or if you're going to a networking meeting, have 7 days on you. At least try to have a couple 7 days on you, because a lot of the times people will buy right then and there. Least case scenario, get them on Facebook and just be like, yeah, we have a whole Facebook page that has a ton of testimonies and information. One of the selling things that I actually tell people is I'll say, yeah, we have an entire Facebook page that's dedicated to testimonies and information. Sometimes it's better to hear from others than just me. So it's interesting because it lowers their defense wall or whatever. It lowers that and allows them to go and take a look at the Facebook page and then follow up with them. Maybe I usually try to follow up like 3 days later, 3 to 4 days later, and just say, hey, did you have any questions on the info that you saw in the Facebook page in my customer group? So blitzing is really fun. Along with that is networking is really fun. Have your story down. Practice your story. You know who I practice my story in front of on a regular basis? Is this one right here. Hey, Sam. So practice your story. I practice it in front of my husband. I practice it in front of my brother. Just practice your story. Just remember what you were like before, like before True Vision. I was really toxic and lethargic and just felt just weighed down. I started True Vision, and the first thing I noticed was the energy and the fact that I had no appetite. And then since then, I've been able to lose over 20 pounds. And the best part is I'm fitting into my favorite clothes I haven't been able to fit in a long time. That's my story. It's less than 30 seconds. So blitzing is good. Going out to networking groups is good. Go to your chamber. Go to ribbon cuttings. I will tell you, there is something really neat about ribbon cuttings because it's newer businesses and they're really humbled that you're even there and you showed up to support them. A lot of the time, the mayor of that county or city is there. So, you're seeing and you're visiting some, or you're meeting some neat people. So go and check those out. And do your Facebook platforms. If you can do some of that, you know what I mean, and get those platforms going, you don't have to do it all in one day. Maybe do a Facebook post one day, the next day go to Walmart, talk to 5 people, and then the next day go to ribbon cutting, and then start it all over again. The 4th day you're going to do a Facebook post or a LinkedIn post or whatever, and then the next day you're going to go to Target and talk to 5 people, and then go to another ribbon cutting or a networking meeting. Change it up, y'all. Change it up. I know that there's a lot of people that have success on just social media, but really at the end of the day, it's building relationships with them. And building relationships on social media is good, but it takes a little bit longer for them to trust you. Instead of when you go in front of people and they can get your personality, they put a face to a name, they realize you're not weird, So I'm a big believer in going and just talking to people. Networking meetings are great because people are there to network. So for those of you that may be a little bit on the introvert side and you don't really, or not really, I don't want to get out and, whatever, I'm scared to talk to people. Guess what? At networking meetings, all of us feel that way. Like, oh, we got to meet new people. Hey, my name is Ty. Guess what? It's a networking meeting. None of us feel like super excited about, what are we going to say? Am I going to say the right thing? Whatever. Just have your story ready. Just be like, yeah, this is what I do. Health and wellness. I help people get better. I help people feel better. So networking meetings is probably one of my favorites just because we're all awkward in it together and it's expected to be awkward. So get your mind right about that and try it. Do something different. Okay? Love y'all. Bye.